Hey, all you Injustice fans, it's me, your friend and president for life, Brendan, here to tell you everything Injustice in your life. In fact, this week was so Injustice that we had no blowouts. You hear that? I'm not going to be making fun of you this week. You know who you are. Now, let's get to it! I want to get this out of the way early because I know you are all itching to find out what happened here in the Brendan vs. Steve game. Now, both managers had multiple players playing Monday night. Apparently, they now have 2 Monday night games. Now, Brendan pulled ahead early with a commanding lead, but Steve still had one round one quarterback and kicker left as LA Chargers took on the flailing Raiders. It was tense as the 2 commanding 20-point lead was being chipped away at until the final quarter when Justice Herbert fumbles. Or something. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Steve falls just short of coming back, and I cement the win. Now, in a battle of rivals, Irving takes on the cosplaying magnate Mateo in an all-out slug match. Now, he gets a terrific showing from Jonathan Taylor. That would be Mateo, that's Irving, who gets 3 touchdowns. While Mateo's Travis gets a few good licks in. Yet, in the end, Irving edges out Mateo, 54-51. And in another roommate grudge match, Maggie goes up against Foster and his auto draft chumps. Now, Maggie gets double digits from 4 players, putting on a very respectable and 70 points. But the AI might finally be taking over as Foster's team goes for Yar with 79, showing everyone in the duplex who truly is the fantasy football god. Greg takes on last year's champ JP in another grudge match. JP's front end pops up good numbers with Waddle and Robinson taking up a respectable showing from the Giants QB Wilson, but Greg was running Lamar Jackson in this blowout of Cleveland. Greg beats JP and claims first place overall. In a thrilling Week 2 showdown, Jonathan plays Chris in a slugout. Jonathan took the lead early on Sunday, while Chris would limp forward, proving their performance was about as exciting as watching paint dry. That statement was brought to you by AI. Jonathan beats Christopher, who falls to last place. That was not brought to you by AI. That was 100% human error. Now, in a much closer shootout, Tim takes on David in a match where each of them fell far below expectations. Tim's QB, Justin Fields, loses a fumble, while David's team goes in pretty good, with both Arcane and Jones scoring double digits. But in the end, it would be Tim who would rely on a number of middling players to slightly edge out David and take the W. Now, Kevin takes on Simon in a game of redemption. Simon came out of the door swinging. Aubrey and Williams each scoring 16 points. James Cook III comes out with 2 touchdowns, scoring 20-plus points, but he would not be undone. Kevin put all his love and affection into Amon-Ra St. Brown, who would record 3 touchdowns and causing Kevin to score the most points of the week, pulling him from obscurity. Told you I was not going to make fun of you. Kevin beats Simon. And there you have it. All the games from Week 2 of the 2025 season of the Injustice League. Now, as you're all out there in land, I want you all to remember, you stay in justice, and I'll stay league. We're out.